Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well at home. Students, this is Priyanka Verma here and I'm back with the video of English grammar of class 5th. So students, in our previous video I have given you the explanation as well as the exercises of chapter number 1 and 2. So in today's video I'll teach you chapter number 3 and 4. The name of the chapter number 3 is phrases and clauses and chapter number 4 is negative sentences. So without any delay, take out your grammar book and open chapter number 3. I hope students you have opened this chapter number 3, and the name of the chapter is phrases and clauses. First of all, I'll tell you what a phrase or a clause is. A phrase is a group of words without a subject and a predicate and also makes an incomplete sense. Okay, a phrase is a group of words without a subject means a phrase doesn't have a subject as well as a predicate, and it also does not make complete sense. And what the clause is? A clause is a group of words which contains a subject as well as a predicate and is a part of sentence. Clear? Now let's read it from the very first line. The boys were playing in the field. We will go out for a morning walk at sunrise. In the above sentences, in the field and at sunrise are group of words, but they do not make complete sense if they are used alone. Means if we will write only this one, in the field or at sunrise, it is incomplete. Okay, because it doesn't make complete sense. It means they depends on the other words in a sentence to do so. Such a group of words is known as phrase. If they are if they are used alone, they do not make complete sense. Means they depend on the other words in a sentence to do so. So such type of words are called phrases. Clear? Some examples have been given here. My brother is a good cricketer. My mother was wearing a diamond necklace. Our school library is full of new books. Means if we will say a good cricketer, a diamond necklace full of new books, it makes incomplete sense, right? So they are phrases. Clear? Now look at these sentences. The baby who is smiling is mine. The boy whom I met yesterday is my friend's brother. In the above sentences, who is smiling has a subject, who, okay, and a predicate is smiling. Similarly, whom I met yesterday has a subject, that is I, and a predicate met yesterday. Clear? So such a group of words with its own subject and predicate is known as a clause. Means if we will find a subject as well as a predicate in a sentence, means it is clause. Clear? Once again, a clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate and is a part of sentence. Now come to the examples. Harry reached the station when the train had already left. The boy who rescued the child from drowning was rewarded. Neha, who is very pretty, got married last week. If we will write only this much sentence, like when the train had already left, it is clause. Why? Because it has subject as well as predicate. Right? In all the three sentences, we will find subject as well as predicate. So it is a clause. I hope this topic is clear to you, that what is a phrase or what a clause is. Now students, come to its exercises. So let's do exercise 1. Write whether the underlined group of words is a phrase or a clause. We are supposed to read the underlined words only, and we are supposed to tell whether it is a clause or a phrase. So the boy who was walking through the street heard a dog barking. Yes, of course, it is clause because in this sentence, if we will read these group of words, it is subject as well as, it has subject as well as predicate here. So it would be clause. Next is the smiling baby made me feel happy. So it is phrase. Do not believe all things said. Again, it is phrase. Because if we will use these words alone, it doesn't make complete sense. So it would be phrase. He was showing off in his new car. Again, it is phrase. Then next one is I saw a peacock with colorful feather. Again, it is phrase. Now, sixth one is although he was severely wounded, the soldier kept fighting till his last breath. So it is clause because if we will read these group of words, it has subject as well as predicate. Clear? So it is clause here. Now come to exercise B. Complete the following phrases and clauses by making meaningful sentences. Students, we are supposed to use these words and we will use these group of words in a sentence. Clear? So the first one is a wealthy man. So it would be my brother is a wealthy man. Next is who was wearing a red shirt. A boy in line who was wearing a red shirt is my friend. Next is a smiling face. The smiling face of my mother makes me happy. Which is made of diamond? I have a ring which is made of diamond. A blank page. My book has a blank page in it. And last, that is lying on the table. I have a pen that is lying on the table. So students, with this exercise, we have completed our chapter number 3. Now we will move on to the next chapter, chapter number 4. I hope students you have opened this chapter, chapter number 4, and the name of the chapter is negative sentences. Okay. In this chapter, we are going to read that how we are supposed to form a negative sentence. Clear? A positive or affirmative sentence tells us that something happens or exists. And what the negative sentence tells us? A negative sentence tells us that something does not happen or exist. Clear? Affirmative, I am a musician. Negative, I am not a musician. She is a singer, she is not a singer. He was my classmate, he was not my classmate. They are good citizens, they are not good citizens. Some people were present there and some people were not present there. Means the sentences on the left hand side are affirmative and the sentences on the right hand sides are negative because they have the word not in them. Okay, when we use the word not in any sentence means it is negative. Clear? And the word not in them to express a refusal or a denial. When we deny for something, we use the word not in that sentence. Now come to the next examples. She speaks politely, she does not speak politely. The sun shines brightly, the sun does not shine brightly. You write well, you do not write well. He came very late, he did not came very late. The gardener waters the plants and the gardener does not waters the plant. Students, here some rules are given here. Yes, now we can see some rules have been given here. Let's make it clear. The negative sentence in present simple or past simple is formed with do, does plus not plus base form. And what is base form? Base form means first form of the verb. Clear? If our subject is plural, then we use do not. Okay, as we can see, you. You write well, you do not write well. Okay, so we will use do if our subject is plural, and if it is singular then we use does not. Clear? And base form means first form of the verb in present simple. And if our sentence is in past simple, then we use did not plus base form of the verb. Okay, and did not we will use with both the nouns. If it is plural, then also we will use did not, and if it is singular, then also we will use did not. Like he came very late, he did not came very late. Clear? Now come to the next page. Again some examples are here. I am going home. I am not going home. She is reading a book. She is not reading a book. The girls are laughing. The girls are not laughing. He was walking in the morning. He was not walking in the morning. They were plucking flowers and they were not plucking flowers. Students, as it is continuous tense. Yes, no? The negative sentence in present continuous or past continuous tense is formed with am is are plus not plus present participle. Present participle means ing form. Clear? In present continuous, we will use am is plus are plus not plus ing form. And if it is past continuous, then we will use was were plus not plus ing form. Clear? Now, come to the next rule. I have a pet dog. I have no pet dog. I have a farmhouse. I have no farmhouse. You have a motorbike. You have no motorbike. They had a car. They had no car. This farmer had a cow and this farmer had no cow. Sentences containing has, have or had show possession. Okay, means ownership. The negative sentence is formed with has, have plus had plus no. No is another negative word which means not any. Okay. If we will find has, have or had in any sentence, we can use no with it to make negative. Clear? Now general rules for making negative sentence. The word not is placed between the helping verb and the main verb, as he is not walking fast. So he is helping verb here and walking is main verb here, right? So where we are supposed to put not, we are supposed to write or place not between the helping verb and main verb. Next rule is the word not is jointly used with the modal verb can, means we cannot solve this problem. Means we cannot use the word no with can. We are supposed to use not only. Okay. Now turn the page. Rule number 3. If helping verb consists of more than one word, not is placed after the first one. Like they will not be going by train. Here we are having two helping verbs, now will and be. In this condition we are supposed to place not in between two helping verbs. Clear? Then it would be they will not be going by train. Now next rule, if a sentence contains have, has, had to show possession, the negative sentence can be formed in the following two ways. Like I have a computer, I have no computer. This is the simplest way. If has, have is there in our sentence, then we will simply use no to make it negative. And one more way to make negative sentence, I do not have a computer. Clear, students? Now come to the contractions or contracted forms. The following negative contractions, verb plus not, are generally used in the English language. As you can see, one side it is full form and on the next box it is contraction forms. Okay, means short forms. You are supposed to read this table well. Now come to the next page. And look at this one. We use negative words like not, no, long, never, none, nobody, nothing, neither, nor, etc. to make negative sentences. And some sentences are given here. Let's read it. Then only it would means give a good idea to make it understand. Affirmative sentence, it is raining, it is not raining. I have a car, I have no car. He always obeys his elder. And what is the Negative of always, never. So we will write never here. He never obeys his sister. Only he knew the truth. None but he knew the truth. Somebody is in the building. Nobody is in the building. There was something in the room and there was nothing in the room. She is either Russian or Polish. She is neither Russian nor Polish. Clear? So these are the words which always used in as a negative. Clear? Like not, no, never, none, nobody, nothing, neither, nor. Clear? Now we will move on to the exercises of this chapter. Let's start with the first one. Write the contracted forms of the words given in the brackets. Contracted forms means short form. Clear? Just now I told you to read this one. So these all are the short forms or contracted forms. Like am not, it is ammed. Clear? So we are supposed to complete this exercise with contracted forms. In the first one it is I am not को हम लिखेंगे ammed, going there. She isn't reading the newspaper. They aren't my neighbors. They don't eat fast food and I won't come tomorrow. Clear? Next is change the following sentences into negative sentences. Here we are supposed to make negative of the given sentences. The first one is he has two sisters. So he has no sisters. They have a spacious house. They do not have a spacious house. He had an office in Mumbai. He had no office in Mumbai. She is a doctor. She is not a doctor. I am a student. I am not a student. They are rich people. They are not rich people. She speaks Spanish fluently. She does not speak Spanish fluently. We ate fresh fruit. We did not eat fresh fruit. My friends may come tomorrow and may come today, and my friends may not come today. She rang the bell. She did not ring the bell. So, I hope students both the exercises is clear to you. Now turn the page and look at the last exercise of this chapter. C. Write the sentences in the correct way. Here we are supposed to rearrange the group of words in a certain order or in a correct order, right? So let's do the first one. First is I do not live in a city. Now next is they do not drink coffee. Okay. Third one is she does not cook well. Number 4, she does not have a pet. Number 5, he does not like milk. Number 6, she cannot read French. Number 7, he does not like pizza. And number 8 is they do not swim every morning. Okay, so like this students, you do this exercise also. And now I'm going to stop my video, and in my next video I'll teach you the last chapter of the unit syllabus, that is chapter number 5, interrogative sentences. Clear? Till then you are supposed to read these 2 chapters well, learn it, and take care. Bye bye.